I love it. Okay. All right. So now the next topic, which we're so excited about as well, is
my hair.
I think we can hear you just a little bit better. So let's go ahead and get this up. So table decor options. You know, yeah, let's talk about.
Okay, so basically, now that we're getting into my department of table setting rentals, I know we'll just start off. I know a lot of venues offer linens. And one thing to think about whenever you're starting to figure out your table rentals, if you do go with their linens, you definitely want to see what they look like. A lot of times venues will not iron it out, so it'll just come out a big wrinkled mess. And let me tell you, steaming and ironing linens takes forever. You do not want to deal with that on your wedding day. But if you do decide to go with somebody else's linens, or if you do go with my linens and you just want to keep it simple, a napkin on a table is easy, simple, it adds elegance, it's beautiful. So yeah, a simple napkin on a table can really go a long way, basically. You want to add a little bit more to it. Chargers are awesome. They fill out the table because honestly, most tables can seat about 8 to 10 people. And if you do just have a napkin on there, it's nice. But if you can fill it even more, your pictures are going to look even better. And it just adds to the elegance.
It does, and it defines, I feel like, place settings very easily. So let's go ahead and keep on moving up.
I love this picture. So here I have one of my sequins, and sequins are going to be a little bit more than other linens, but what they could be used for is the head table or like even cake tables and stuff like that. But right here you can see I've got a charger and a glass charger, so we're just throwing it all out for this table. And kind of the same thing here. We didn't do the sequins. We kept it the same linen, but I mean it just with everything going on, I think it looks really, really, really elegant. Looks like a wedding.
Yeah. And let me tell you, I am just going to put this disclaimer out there because I have worked with Rochelle at an event just, well, a few times for sure. But I said, you know what, let me help. And she said, yeah, Deb, just do this, you know, and of course for her, so simple, just laying a napkin out and the way she did it. It was like, oh my goodness, yes, I can do that. Oh no, know that that is an art. Watching her do it definitely changed my heart for everything that she does. That is for sure, because what looks so simple is not as simple.
I mean, after you do it a million times, you know, it's all good. But that's one thing that I do that most people might not is I do offer the service of setting up. Basically, if you book with me, your rentals include delivery and setup in the Springfield and surrounding area. So that way, that morning, you can just enjoy your mimosas and you don't have to worry about a thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So in this image, this is just a plain, simple black tablecloth, and then Rochelle, you take it away with the different looks.
Yes. So, I mean, the table is where you can bring in your colors. I know blush is always going to be in style. I've been seeing a lot of like dusty blue, but this is the time where we can actually bring in the colors that you've picked out and really just show it all off. And yes, you can do that with flowers, but if you have those like blues, there's only so many blue flowers. So that's where you can add the blue napkin or like a blue chair tie or something along those lines. Yes. And these are all pictures taken at the diamond room.
Yes.
Here we got a sparkly charcoal linen sequins. Get up close and personal.
And it's crazy going from that black tablecloth to the difference that those two tables just made.
Yes. And here, this one has the chair covers. You know, when you add chair covers, that's going to add to the budget. But this would be great for like a head table where you don't need like 200. You might just need like 10 or 20. So one thing to think of. You don't have to do all the fancy stuff for everybody. You can just do it for your main tables.
Yes.
Because you always got to think about that budget. And then, yeah, here we show without chair accessories. And then we add just a simple chair accessory. And just, you know, the different looks.
It truly just transforms as soon as, you know, and I think that's one of the things that you can walk into a room and see, you know, very simple, which, you know, can be very, very pretty. But when you start adding the little pieces, and I think that's where, you know, when you do, you know, we have so many amazing wedding professionals, but when you look at a wedding professional that has been doing this for, you know, quite a while, they can help you, just like Rochelle's saying, as far as your budget. You know, yes, you know, you might have a budget that you can do all of it for everything, but don't feel like, oh my gosh, I can't have that. Right. What she said, and that's, you know, one thing about wedding professionals is that we love to help you, and to stay, you know, to try to stay within your budget as well. You know, to give you the additional things without, you know, without it killing your budget.
Right. And that's one thing, like I was saying before, right now would be a great time to figure out your guest list if you haven't even done that, because every person you invite has a dollar sign above them because you have to feed them. I mean, every table setting is going to be for them. So right now is a good time to do that. And actually, if you know like how many people you're going to be inviting, that's going to help everybody kind of figure out how much it's going to be and all. So, yeah.
And I love the difference in this. This table setting, and then as soon as you add the runner, just from this angle.
Yeah.
So pretty.
So, yeah, I mean, if you were to get married, this could be like your head table look, and then you could do without the runners on the other ones. And just tell your photographer, like, I want most of my pictures from the head table. So there you go.
Oh goodness, look at that pop of color.
Yes. So I started getting more prints and designs in my tablecloth. That's my floral one, and then I have another blue one that has a blue design that we'll see a little bit later. But you know, that's just a fun way to add just some extra to the table. And when you do things like that, you don't need much for the centerpiece. So if you're trying to save on floral, this could be an option because it's a floral center or floral linen. See, this was the head table, and then all the other tables were just the ivory, and they did have like the one charger and napkin, but they went all out for this table.
And it's just so beautiful. Once you put it all together, it's just beautiful.
And as you can see, it's got different colors, different textures, styles, whatever you're needing. So I tell my brides, if there is anything on Pinterest that you've seen or on like my website, send it over to me, and I can play around with the pieces and send you different looks.
We really wanted to make sure that you got, you know, I love all the images Rochelle sent us because we wanted to be able to show you a big variety, because there's no right or wrong in anything that you choose whenever you're looking for your table linens or, you know, table decor. The most important thing is, you know, just getting with someone who's going to be able to help you plan that out and it all look good. And, you know, for me, I know it's just nice when you can rely on someone else of what's going to look good together.
Yeah, it's your wedding, so whatever things that you like. I mean, obviously, you don't think about tablecloths on a normal basis, so things that you like, you let me know, and then I kind of transform the table like that for you. I love that picture. So
Yeah.
this is the one.
Oh,
And
sorry.
oh no, the one underneath. That's the one with the design. I'm gonna see if you can see it up
Hmm.
close. But yeah, this one's reversible, so it's got the design, and then it's on the other side. It's just plain. But fun little things like that. Fun little things like that. You can add to your head table just to make it a little bit different and more special. So love that wedding.
Yeah, it so brings just a pop of color that to the tablecloth. I love how you did this one. I love how you do all of them, but
Abby Mitchell, hired hostess, was the planner for that one. And this one actually. Uh, see, it's just a really pretty picture. It's so simple, but it's really it adds a lot. Very elegant. I love these.
and I mean, just imagine, the way I always try to look at everything is just imagine when your guest sets down.
Right.
What it's kind of like we always say, your invitation, get a good invitation because that sets your theme. Same thing when you do something. When you have when your guests sit down and they see that you've thought of how the impression is going to be when they do sit down, it just really makes a statement.
Here, I mean, this is just simple. They just have the napkins on the tables with like the silverware, but it still looks so elegant
Yes.
with the colors and the flowers. And so here, as you can see that flatware, I do not provide that, but Jamie does at Vintage Party Rental. And even just adding that, like, imagine without it, it would still be pretty, but when you add it there, it just really just goes the extra mile.
It makes a huge difference.
So here's a picture without silverware. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's back up just a little bit. So let's check to see if we have any questions, and hopefully we had someone say that they loved the gold and burgundy. And Misty says hello. And Lori is the one who said that she loves the gold and burgundy. So okay, anything else as far as table decor? Hopefully, I think just like Rochelle and I were talking about earlier, pictures really tell 1,000 words when it comes to the variety that you can do. That you have so many options. And, I know from experience, just when you walk into a room, those things placed at the table makes a huge difference. I mean, you saw it, at the beginning with that black tablecloth, which, like I said, can be very pretty, but just adding those little pops, it just changes it.
I mean, there was another black linen, but it had like the gold chargers and the black napkins and rings. I mean,
yes,
that was just adding little extra pieces to it.
Yes.
So, yeah, right there.
Yeah. And it is. I mean, it just makes a huge difference compared to so yeah, yes.
Fills the table. Pictures look good. Yay. So yeah, and this is the fun part of planning the wedding. I mean, in my opinion, like it's the decor. I mean, don't get me wrong, like picking out the DJ could be fun and videographer, but this is like you really get to put your own touch into it. So I'm here to help any way I can. So yeah, it's fun.
And and just like we said, there's no right or wrong, and I think Rochelle will be the first one to tell you that honestly, the best part about weddings is the way you get to personalize it. It's walking in and seeing the couple's ideas come to life, and just the personal touches that you put into it are literally the best, some of the best parts about, and just like you said, it's fun planning as well. It's that you get to think outside the box and bring that vision to life. So.
And I don't carry anything ugly, so you can't go wrong.
Okay, hang on just one second. Lindsay said, Rochelle did my wedding and it made a huge difference and it was absolutely beautiful. We used the blue pattern for my cake table and it was stunning. And I also highly recommend the white sequence for your head table to make it pop.
Yes. Aw, thank you.
Yes, that is yeah, awesome. So, okay. What I think the last thing that we were going to, is there anything else you want to add as far as just table decor?
I mean, just make it your own. I mean, I'm just here to help and I put the items together for you, but really it's your vision we're bringing to life.